Hello and welcome to Mini Lantern's January 2021 New Moon video. Today we'll be doing a quick tarot reading for some advice for the next moon cycle. So, let's get started. Rose Quartz, Labradorite, Pyrite. This here, Botanica Tarot by Kevin Jay Stanton. Because it's got that sick gilded edge, and also it's just one of those giant fucking decks. It is impossible to shuffle, but I absolutely love it because look at this lush art, and on top of each card being a plant, the symbols used, for instance here the wands used in this Five of Wands card, are all like historical artifacts that are related to the culture that's relevant to the plant. So like these four swords are going to be like related emotionally to that, what looks like a snowdrop. These three swords are going to be related to this bleeding heart or Dutchman's pantaloons. If you chose Labradorite, then this is the section for you. For your health, the advice we have is the Four of Swords, which, I was correct, is a snowdrop with Grecian swords. The Grecian swords are a reference to the fact that the snowdrop might be what Hermes gave to people as the herb moly, as a herb to ward against evil. In this deck, the herb moly, or snowdrop, means recuperation and taking time to rest after a battle and heal before the next one. This is a message I get constantly from cards, and from my body as well. If you don't take the time to rest and recuperate and fix yourself, then your body will take the time for you. And trust me, you don't want that. So maybe January is a time to just chill out. For your career, Labradorite, we have the Chariot, which is Nostrum. In this deck, this is a very positive, straightforward card of victory, success, and willpower. You did the work, you learned the lessons, you've gained the experience. Time to reap the reward. Go for it. Check on the projects that you've been working on. Start new projects, because they're probably going to succeed. If you're looking for work, you're probably going to be okay this month. Fill out more applications. Try to get more interviews. Things are looking rosy for you on the career front, Labradorite. Great! Congratulations! On the family front, not so much. This is the Hermit reversed, or Winter Cherry. It's a little East Asian fruit, this delicate little paper covering. Upright, the Hermit represents someone who teaches through silence, introspection, and the mysteries of being alone. Reversed, it represents someone who uses those trappings in order to hide from the world and from themselves. So this indicates that someone in your family life, possibly you, is hiding from their problems and disengaging from your family unit entirely. And that's not ideal right now. If that were a good thing to be doing, then we would have a different card saying, hey, it's a great idea to be disengaging from problems, and saying maybe no to borrowing trouble. But the fact that it's the Hermit reversed as opposed to, say, the Hermit upright says that maybe it's not the best plan right now. So overall, I think you have a very solid series of January advice. Take some time to rest and recuperate. Go for things at work because you're going to succeed because you've worked hard and gained the experience necessary to succeed in them. Make sure you and your family aren't retreating from each other. I hope this is useful, Labradorite. If you chose Pyrite, then this is your section. For your health reading, we have the Star reversed. In this deck, the Star is a very dreamy, head in the clouds sort of card. So reversed means that you're so detached from reality that you can't quite connect to anything. And here in your health, that means that maybe you're not seeing something, that your body's trying to tell you something about itself. They're just trying to say, hey, there's something wrong, I'm not doing okay, and you're just not hearing it. So your advice for maybe this moon cycle might be to just listen a little harder to what your body is saying, and kind of drop in, maybe check in with yourself a little more, or honestly, check in with a buddy. Sometimes a partner or a friend can see our bodies better than we can. I'll tell you, my friends can see my weight better than I can because I can't really perceive my body sometimes. In your career field, you have the Nine of Wands, which is the Saguro cactus, which, like many desert plants, has a very deep root system and can collect a lot of water and really withstand long periods of drought. It's a desert plant. And so, in this deck, it represents the concept of waiting and waiting and waiting until the perfect moment to strike. And, building up your strength and your reserves so that when you're ready to move, you're moving from the absolute strongest position. So in your career or in your job arena, this might mean building up your portfolio or spending a little more time on your presentation deck. I don't know what corporate culture is like, but really spending like 5 more minutes before you take that leap and do something that you really want to do, while knowing that the perfect moment is coming for you. You wouldn't be getting this card if the moment to strike isn't on its way. But it is saying, hey, why not strike from the place of advantage? So a very positive card, saying like success comes when you have a fully loaded gun and you're attacking from high ground. And in your family life, Pyrite, we have the Three of Cups. In this deck, the card shows 3 extremely fruitful, extremely fertile, and overflowing olive trees. And, 3 Grecian cups with Athenian imagery as a reference to the myth of Athena giving the city of Athens an olive tree, and therefore Athens giving itself to Athena. It's a fun myth. I like it. So in this deck, this represents having multiple choices and all of them being good. As a contrast to like the Seven of Cups, where you have a lot of choices and you have to pick one, and some of them might be bad. Three of Cups here, no. All of them have merit. You're gonna succeed no matter what you choose, no matter what you do in this family situation. You're gonna be fine, Pyrite. Just pick one. They're gonna be cool. So you have a pretty great January set up for you. Congratulations, Pyrite group. I hope you have a fun time. If you picked Rose Quartz, then this section is your reading. For your health in January, we have Death. Not always the greatest of cards, but actually kind of optimistic. Because, as you no doubt have heard 1,000 times, death in the tarot is not actually about literal physical death. It's about the process of death and rebirth, about spiritual transformation, and about the lessons therein learned. The plant used for this specific iteration of death in this deck is the lodgepole pine, which is a plant which, when a wildfire comes through, releases its seeds, which then, after the wildfire is done, the seeds take root in the ash itself, and then become new trees. So this is a plant that requires the death of the overall forest, and possibly of its parents, in order to reproduce. In your health, this may mean burning down parts of your life in order to make room for new, healthier patterns. So this is a card kind of about burning down everything, or portions of your life, in order to make room for other things, newer, healthier habits, or new modes of being that your body requires. I hope, Rose Quartz, that it's something small, that it's you getting to burn down, aggressively clean your entire household to get rid of environmental allergens instead of having to burn down half of your social life in order to get rid of addiction triggers. But your body needs what your body needs. Your health is your health. I still do see this as an overall, not optimistic, but neutral card. Change is coming, change is happening. You will survive and be transformed. In your professional life, we have the Moon, a card of the subconscious, of creativity, of the power of the mind and of the heart, really, to transform and affect the world. If you have a cool and interesting project that you have been waiting to pitch, or waiting, like a side hustle baby that you've been waiting to start, this is the time to do it. Write that screenplay, pitch that screenplay to JLo, do it. I recently met someone who pitched their screenplay to JLo. I'm incredibly impressed with her. I think she's the coolest person in the world. She's somehow cooler than JLo herself for pitching a movie to JLo. Write your screenplay. Pitch it to anyone who has money and will help you produce your screenplay. Write your weird comic. Start your YouTube channel where you read tarot and also do your bullet journal spreads and occasionally talk about #goddess capitalism. This is the time to do it, Rose Quartz. We are all, as human beings, tapped into some unconscious divine magic bits, and right now, this January, it's gonna work for you. Hell yeah. In your family life, we have the Five of Coins, reversed. This is a less positive card. The plant here is Hellebore. The plant here is Queen of the Night, which is some kind of cactus. I'm not as familiar with it, so I didn't talk about it. Hellebore is a poison, which in ancient Greece was sacred to witches and also doctors. They didn't know it was poisonous. Now we do. Upright, the Five of Coins usually means misery and anguish, and to a degree, misery that is ignored by the world. Reversed, and here, there's still an element of things are bad, but more importantly, you're going to be better for it. Yes, this is a trial, but it's a trial by fire which will leave you stronger. In a way, it's very much connected to this death card, burn it all down to make room. You're being hammered, you're being tempered. I'll be honest with you, Rose Quartz, this is going to be a tough month. I hope, honestly, that you can use some of the stress and the tension that your health and family life may be giving you as creative fuel, because if nothing else, suffering is some great creative fuel to help, like, booster this. But also, I know that you have the ability to get through this, and that you'll make it to February. At the end of the day, isn't that all we can ask of any of us? That we make it to February 2022?